One of Britain's leading online parent forums, Mumsnet, believes it's been hacked. Mumsnet, which claims to have 1.5 million users, says its passwords and personal messages may have been breached. Hackers are thought to have exploited the Heartbleed bug, an internet security flaw which came to light last week. Well, I'm joined now by the founder and chief executive of Mumsnet, Justine Roberts. Justine, this is bad news for you, isn't it? I mean, how many users are affected, do you think?
We have no idea of knowing how many users are affected, and we have no evidence to suggest any of the data collected has been used maliciously. In fact, the hackers themselves brought it to our attention that they exploited the Heartbleed flaw before we put a fix in when it was publicised as a weakness last week.
So is it even possible to say how much of their information is vulnerable, if any particular bits of their information are vulnerable?
We know that the bug itself gave access to a login page in which users put in their username or their email address and a password. So we thought at that point it was really important to let our users know, because lots of people use the same password on other sites. We collect very little data, but other sites do, and they use financial information, etc. So we immediately got out there, told our users they had to change their password and they should go elsewhere if they use that password elsewhere, and get out there and change it, because it's a potential risk for the entire web. We all use this security system. It's not just Mumsnet. I just think we've got out there early and told people about it.
I mean, apart from being a pain, it is serious, isn't it? Or it can
it's potentially really
serious.
serious. I mean, people put a lot of private information on Mumsnet, but it tends to be of a personal nature. They don't put their bank account details. Other websites, of course, collect an awful lot of stuff. And if people are using passwords, that they should know that most of the world's websites use this security system, and most of the world's websites will have been vulnerable over the last week.
Can you say to your users that you know their private messages are safe or not?
Well, we can if they change their password data now. We can. I mean, we've implemented a fix. This scrape of data occurred before the fix went in place, because there was a gap between the information being publicised and people reacting to it. It's possible that's happened elsewhere too. It's possible people could use it maliciously. No site is 100% safe, let me say. But what we can say, with earnestness, is we've put in every fix in place, and we've been utterly transparent with what data is vulnerable and what their risks are, and we've advised users across the web they need to be careful with the passwords they use. They need to not use the same password on every site, and they need to change it regularly.
And did you contemplate shutting down Mumsnet for a while?
No, but we got out there straight away and told people that their data was potentially vulnerable.
As soon as you knew?
As soon as we knew, and I suspect it's over time you'll see many more sites have had the same issue, but perhaps haven't been quite so quick to come out with it.
OK, thank you very much for joining us. Justine Roberts from Mumsnet.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jackie.